Hello and welcome to my channel where we may be dazed, but we are not confused. We are going to do a castle in the sky reading for the sign of Gemini. So the purpose of this reading is to provide you with some insight into a dream or wish fulfillment that you wanted to have come to reality. And for some reason, it was not able to do so. Usually when we are speaking of castles in the sky, it's a colloquialism that refers to a dream or wish that we have that may seem like it's so far-fetched that there's no real chance of it ever actually coming true. So we want to look and see why this thing that you wanted is perceived by you to be a castle in the sky, what it is that was obstructing it from coming into reality, and some insight on what you can do to align yourself and the energies that will allow you to better reach a fulfillment of this desire of yours. All right, so let's take a look at the Rider-Waite Tarot, and we also have a number of other oracles that we will be using as well. So, looking at your castle in the sky, it appears that what it is that you were hoping was to not have to do a new beginning and go out and find a new way to make money. This could have been a career, or it could have been some type of move that you were making, but mostly it just feels like there's this sense that you're gonna have to start over, go out and, be kind of like courageous and very, very sure and confident in the direction that you're going, even though you may not know exactly where it is that you are trying to reach. You just know that you are trying to get to a space that will be abundant and provide material resources for yourself. There's just this sense that I feel like you're tired of that and you don't want to have to do that. And even though life is presenting a space where you feel as if that is what you're going to have to do, your wish and desire is that you didn't have to do that and that you could kind of stay more with the status quo, or where you are in your comfort zone, and be able to manifest that material abundance of whatever it is that you're needing where you are. So let's take a look at the blockage for why it is that you're not able to manifest not having to do this restart and starting over and having to go out and bring this into being again. So we have the unfinished symphony in reverse. It says, when unfinished business casts a shadow over your life, it is a reminder that procrastination is a form of self-sabotage. It is not in your best interest to stall. Even stumbling forward is better than holding back. Don't overthink things or let yourself get distracted. Just tie up any loose ends and deliver the results. Don't quit before the finish line. Spirit wants you to win. So this, combined with the desire to not have to move forward, and the reason that you're not able to not do that is because of some sense of unfinished business and not wanting to take care of things, it sounds as if what's happening is that there might have been something that you have to grow and learn through experience, and if you stay where you are, you're not going to be able to do that. You'll have to avoid some truth or something that you can only get by moving forward into the unknown, having to kind of start with the clean slate, ground zero, and then go from there. And I feel like it's a part of your journey because for some reason you're not able to grow any further than you already are in the space that you're at right now. So sometimes we might have a fear of moving forward and doing something different because we have become accustomed to a certain way of living and a certain way of things playing out and panning out for ourselves. However, in this circumstance, and forgive me if I'm being repetitive here, but in this circumstance, it's ironically going to serve you more to move forward, because sometimes you have to go forwards to work on things behind you, and sometimes you have to kind of go backwards to kind of move forwards. But in this situation, I'm picking up that you need to move forward in order to work out things behind you. And as you do that, it's going to allow you to move into the space of having some more security in your, I guess, your material realm here, because I'm looking at the Ace of Pentacles as being the thing that you want, without having to start over and go out and do this thing, this new thing. I'm picking up, this could be cyclical. There could be like this cycle that takes place where it's, you know, you end up in one space and then you get accustomed to it. You kind of get your rhythm going, and then you have to start all over and go into this new space and then reacclimate yourself to your environment and the things that you have to do in order to fit into that environment, economically, socially, spiritually, psychologically, and all of those things. All right. So let's see what the advice cards have to say about what you can do to help yourself align with the energies that will help you bring this dream of kind of getting stability and feeling as if you have a sense of stability where you are, that's long term moving forward. So the first thing that we have is the Finch card, and it says, new opportunities and choices are opening to you now. Claim them. So when I see this Finch card, the first thing that I think of is that they're typically pretty small birds. So typically smaller than like other standard birds that we see. And so I feel like you might have opportunities that are coming, or you might have messages, because birds are typically seen as messengers. You might have messages that are coming to you that might not seem like much. They don't have a lot of fanfare. They don't get a lot of attention, but these small opportunities or these quiet, small messages might actually be the vehicle that you need in order to move into the energy that you feel like you need to, in order to get this stability, this long-term stability that you're looking for. All right. And so it's just saying that you have to be willing to claim them when they arise. And for that, it takes some sense of being able to kind of step outside of your comfort zone and take a risk and a chance on something that is not really a sure thing. And it may be something that may not be or be the most prestigious thing, or be the thing that gets the most attention, but it might just be the thing that you need so that you can have your stability the way that you want it. The next card that we have is Discovering Truth. It says, you stand in the light of truth. And this card, and this is from the Sacred Traveler Oracle deck. It says that, you know, you stand in the light of truth, and in the picture, there's a person that's on a path going in one direction, while a group of other people are looking and pointing in another and trying to head off on another path. So this is saying that you will have to step outside of your box and maybe kind of get away from the crowd, or what maybe you feel pressured to do because that's what you're told to do. And that in and of itself will help to put you on a path that will be more likely something that's going to give you a sense of not having to start over all the time. Because I'm almost picking up that the reason you're having to start over all the time is because you're not on a true path that's in alignment with what you actually want. And so when we do that, you get tower energy. And with that, it's just your beliefs are not in alignment with what it is that you're doing or what you want to see for yourself. So therefore, you're acting in a way that's not in accordance with what it is you want. You're doing things that are going to bring you according to your beliefs, what it is that you actually believe about yourself. And if you are not allowing yourself to discover what that truth is for yourself, so in your case, it could be what actually matters, what is an actual priority in your life, then you're going to do things that are going to kind of set you back, and you'll have to start over from scratch, because you build a tower, like the Tower of Babel almost, and then because there's so much confusion, you could say languages, but it's also like our life is like a word, and it's speaking a language out to others that doesn't even come out our mouths. we're speaking energetically and vibrationally. And when we're out of alignment with ourselves and we're out of alignment with others, then ultimately whatever tower that we're building, which is based off of our beliefs and our foundations of how we are constructing our lives and how we show up and how that all operates, it will eventually come down. It takes one thought, one conflicting moment of our ideal that will make us have to start all over again. And that's that starting over energy. And it's important to stand in our truth and know ourselves well enough to know what that truth is, so that whatever we build is based on a foundation that's solid and not something of sand that can easily be washed away by our emotions, or if a storm comes, or, things the wind blows just a little too hard one day. Okay. So the next card that we have is raise or promotion. Congratulations. An increase in your abundance flow awaits you. This is a result of your positive focus and willingness to take action based on your divine guidance. Keep up the good work. So, if you are able to allow yourself to kind of follow the guidance or take advantage of opportunities that are being presented, it can lead to the abundance flow that could lead to the long-term stability that you're looking for, as opposed to having to start over and start from scratch all the time. All right. And this is because you would be taking action based on your divine guidance, which comes from a place of truth, which only happens when we are able to discover the truth in ourselves of what and who we are and what our priorities are and what we really want to do, and get that in alignment. And then we're able to work with spirit to create something that's more longer lasting. So the next card that I have is I will inspire. And this says, dreams of the impossible manifest in the garden of creativity and faith. So things that we might think are impossible, like our castle in the sky, are things that we can make a reality only when we allow ourselves to have faith and then create that. So, I feel like faith is a word that gets thrown out around a lot. And what it is you believe in what it is that you're doing, because you know that you're in alignment with what it is that you're doing. If you're doing something and you say, oh, I have faith, I know that this is going to happen, I believe in this, but you don't know what your actual beliefs are because you're not true and honest with yourself about that, then you could say that all day, but your actions are never going to align with what it is that you're saying, because that's not what you actually believe. Your actions are going to align with your beliefs no matter what. Even if you said that you didn't have faith, you still would be acting in accordance with whatever you believe that you actually believe. And so I feel like that's why it's important to understand that. And also on this card, this is from what is this? This is the Find Your Light deck. I'm seeing it's like a small person with a finch, or something that looks like a finch, which was the other card that we had. A very small bird. And they're reaching out to it and trying to grab it and grasp it. And I feel like there's this sense that you can attract these opportunities, or you can only attract these opportunities when you allow yourself to line up with your truth. Then it's easy to have this expectation that you'll have even more of these opportunities popping up for you, because you are in alignment with what it is that you believe that you should be doing in your life, and it'll just naturally come together. All right. So the last card that we have for you is from the Peace Oracle deck, and it is Positive Outcome. All right. And so, I feel like this is kind of self-explanatory. I feel like it's speaking to the point that you could have a very positive outcome. And if you have an expectation also of a positive outcome, that can also help, because I'm almost picking up this sense of like this dread and this expectation that this will always happen, that things will fall apart and you'll have to start over. And that can become this self-fulfilling prophecy that just always plays out. And then it's just disaster all the time, because if that is your actual belief, that no matter what you do, you're always going to have things fall apart and you're going to have to start over, then that's what's going to happen no matter where you go and no matter what it is that you're doing. And so I feel like that's why the advice cards are saying that it's important to get in alignment with your actual truth. First, find out what it is that you actually believe and recognize it, honor it, even if it's not something that you want to believe, and then you can actually start to tackle it and do some kind of work internally to try to switch that around and get a new way of looking at that. So for a positive outcome, it says, history teaches us that all great freedom movements begin with an inspiring act of courage. Coretta Scott King. Like a smile, a kindness, and a song, the greatest things cost not and are worth more when they are shared. A win for just one person makes losers of many. A win for the many is the outcome to strive for. Love is the strongest action we can take. Persistence and ingenuity bring a lasting, positive result. A relationship is healed or a dream comes to fruition. Enjoy your success. Rest and ready yourself for the next stage of your journey. A little bit of love goes a long way. A little bit of give brings success my way. My heart, mind, and hands are aligned in purpose. They strive together in love and service. The outcome I will now accept comes with peace, love, and mutual respect. All right, so that's what I have for you for your Castle in the Sky reading. I hope this was helpful and that it offers some insight into some dream or wish fulfillment that you had. And I hope that it gives you a sense of direction that you can go into in order to align yourself with that. So thank you for joining me on my channel where we may be dazed, but we are not confused. Until the next video. Bye-bye.